Welcome back, true believers and spectacular Spider Squad members, to a really interesting and important Spider-Man PS4 related video. Now, before I even begin, huge shout out to the spectacular Duck for showing all of the Spidey Squad members this on Twitter. He took pictures of this. I'm going to put a link to a tweet that I posted which shows all this and replies that he left showing more of this, and also a link to his YouTube channel and his own Twitter page. But this is going to be a big analysis discussion right now, so just bear with me. So if you don't own GameInformer magazines or you don't get them in the mail, sorry for you because you missed out on really huge information in regards to Spider-Man PS4. This issue in particular about Hellblade's Senua's Sacrifice, I think that's how it's said, and issue 289. That's the specific issue that this GameInformer has, and mainly it holds an interview with Bill Rosemann, the creative director of Marvel Games, mainly focusing on Spider-Man, of course, and also Avengers Project, Guardians of the Galaxy Telltale series, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, and more. But basically, whole huge interview packed with information for Bill and for all these important Marvel video games that are coming out. And mainly, I'm going to be reading you guys all the information that Bill talks about in regards to Spider-Man. Now, if you want me to do another video talking about the Avengers Project, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, and the Guardians of the Galaxy Telltale series, because there's a lot of other stuff in regards to those games in this interview, please let me know in the comment section down below. But in this video, this is mainly about the Spider-Man info that I'm going to analyze, discuss, review, etc. So without further ado, let's get into it. So, the title of this interview is called With Great Power, and the interviewer here is Andrew Reiner. Now, Andrew is a great interviewer. He asked all the right questions that we want answered, and Bill did an amazing job of answering them. So, let's start it off. It begins with, Marvel is a hit-making juggernaut, dazzling theatergoers, comic readers, and television binge watchers alike with heroic and thought-provoking stories. In the years ahead, Marvel Games hopes console gamers sing the same praises. The studio's executive creative director, Bill Rosemann, is at the heart of a new initiative that pairs some of the biggest developers in video games with Marvel's most beloved heroes. We talked to Rosemann about the studio's vision and learn what we can expect from the forthcoming Guardians of the Galaxy, Spider-Man, and Avengers games. So the first question that Andrew asks Bill is, the Marvel Cinematic Universe has a defined path. All the films connect into a larger story. Can we expect a similar footprint with Marvel games? So basically, this question is is the Avengers Project and Spider-Man PS4 connected? And here's what Bill had to say. So Bill says, we give our partners the freedom to tell their own stories. We don't try to box them in and make them create a game that exists between episodes of the TV show, in between movies, or in between comic issues. We feel that that would be limiting, of course. We instead want to say to them, we want you to tell your original all-new story. You are the chef of your kitchen. Here are all the ingredients, heroes, villains, locations, and items. You take those things and create your dish. We'll work along with you to create something new and fresh. For example, taking Spider-Man, we don't want to force Insomniac to tell a story where you already know how it's going to end, because it's set between two films. So basically, it's not a movie tie-in game. Awesome, like we already know. There will be consistency across all of our games. You will recognize S.H.I.E.L.D. and Hydra. You'll know when you're in a Marvel universe. There's Wakanda, and there's Nowhere, and there's Asgard, if they happen to be in the game. So the shared things will be the locations and the items that people know are Marvel. But other than that, we want to give everyone their own space to tell their own original story. Again, Insomniac has free reins on Spider-Man PS4. They're in control. They're the ones determining what's going to be in the game, what the story's going to be, who are we going to fight in the game, etc. It's awesome. They're going to do a great job, and with this freedom that they have, it's going to be really exciting. So, Andrew asks another question. You said you give developers pieces to work with, to tell their own stories and have their own freedom. When Insomniac began developing Spider-Man, did you say, here's Spider-Man? Or was it more like a defined pitch, like, here's Spider-Man and a few villains, unite them in a story? And then Bill responds, we look at everything and we offer up everything that falls in the Spider-Man universe. We are cognizant of what has come before, whether it's films or cartoons or comics. Our job is to know everything that happened before and then to know what worked in the past, what didn't work, and what we need to be at least as good as. So meaning they're going to keep improving consistently day in and day out for their stories and their games. Awesome. We know what we're going to improve on. We want to constantly top ourselves. We're very competitive with ourselves. We share as much reference and information as possible with our partners, but we don't tell them what the story is to tell. We work with them. We sat down for hours and days and worked and thought about what would be a cool story, what would be an amazing experience, and what locations would be awesome, and what villains we might be having a great story. That's where it all starts, is story. Just words, ideas, and themes. Everything grows from there. So again, this is going to be a very definitive Spider-Man tale. Everyone who says Spider-Man 2 is the best Spider-Man game of all time, it's a movie tie-in game that followed the path of the movie. This is going to be insane. Original story, crazy villains, locations. That's what kind of gets me. Does that mean that we're going to go out of New York somewhere, or just the places that are in New York that relate to Marvel, like Roxxon, and maybe if it's a connected universe to, like, you know, not the Netflix series, but I'm just saying, for an example, Rand Industries or Stark Industries, something like that. So, to continue, Andrew asked Bill, for Spider-Man, Insomniac is developing and Sony is publishing. Where does Marvel Games fit into this equation? And then Bill responds, we're active collaborators. That means different things to different studios. We don't want to change how they make games and how they function. We want to help them as much as possible. So that might mean having in-depth story meetings and providing all sorts of reference material. Also, being there as a sounding board and just being in contact with most of our partners pretty much on a daily basis. For Insomniac, they're 10 minutes away. Like we know already, that Marvel Game Studios and Insomniac Game Studios are literally 10 minutes away from each other, which is insane. We're over there once a week. We're doing everything we can for them to help them deliver their vision. So before, if you guys seen my videos and also Spidey Bugle and Legitimate X's and all the other amazing Spidey Squad's videos about this, where consistently, it happened in the past few months, Bill Rosemann and Brian Edgar kept tweeting to each other saying that it was great having you in the office, or can't wait to see you tomorrow in the office, or, oh, Brian Edgar's going to come over to Marvel Games, or Bill Rosemann's going to go over to Insomniac Games. So now that we know that they are actually meeting each other once a week, that further inclines the 2017 release date, just showing how hardcore they're working, how in-depth they're taking this game, how far the game companies and the publishers are working with each other to make this a very fun and very cooperative experience. So the fact that people are saying that's delayed, that's going to be, you know, launched in 2018 or 2019, given this, the fact that they're devoted and they keep checking in and making sure they're doing okay and that they make sure that everything's running smoothly and they can help out as much as they can because they cooperate with each other because they're a, like, straight A awesome team, there's no way that this game is going to be delayed until like 5 years from now, or like in 2018, like late 2018. They're working too hard on this game for it to be coming out in 2018. I understand delays aren't planned. It's possible. But with this, given Bill's statements and also from Brian Edgar and everyone at Insomniac and these recent tweets, which I'm going to put in the description with Insomniac and Bill Rosemann talking to each other, it's really interesting. So just hang in there, guys. E3 is coming soon. And also this highly inclines a 2017 release. But let's just wait and see. And also to kind of round up the final parts with this news for Bill Rosemann, mainly focusing on Bill Rosemann, there are career highlights for him in the past. So the main two that stick out is in 2014, Bill joined the Marvel Games division as creative director. Rosemann helped out launch multiple mobile games, including Contest of Champions, Future Fight, and Avengers Academy. All great games. And in 2017, Rosemann is named the creative executive director as Marvel Games announces several upcoming titles for the consoles. So Marvel Games is going to kick ass, Spider-Man PS4 is going to kick ass, Bill Rosemann kicks all kinds of ass, and Insomniac Games kicks the world's ass because they are just incredible. This interview was amazing. Hopefully you found this information informational. And also, like I said, if you want me to talk more about the certain other stuff in regards to Marvel Games, they talk about the Avengers Project, about Guardians of the Galaxy, and of Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. So if you want me to discuss that in another video, please let me know in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Stay spectacular, Spidey fans. Peace out.